Hi fellow hunters, my name is Ray and welcome to my channel where I yap and brain rot over Zayne from the Otome game Love and Deepspace. I might occasionally talk about the other love interests, but primarily my content will be focused on Zayne. This will be a 4-part series video where I share my head canon on Zayne and MC's love story development. In this first part, I will be talking about the memories that makes up the phase 1 of Zayne and MC's relationship progress. But first, some disclaimers and house rules. Number 1. Thoughts and perspectives are my own based on my understanding of the text and what we have and know so far. 2. Hence, I could be wrong in some areas or misthought on certain things, so you're welcome to correct me, but please be polite. 3. Differences in opinions are also welcomed so long as you're not rude or be condescending when sharing your thoughts. 4. My opinions are subject to change as we go further along in the stories and given more details. 5. No hate towards MC or other love interests will be tolerated. Before I go further, I will share about my thought process in creating this timeline. The memories are arranged in a timeline according to my own headcanon of what the sequence of events might be. I'm excluding secret times as these are not event specific but more of glimpses into their private lives. I will also not take into account main story and the branch because the bond, memories, and tender moment stories are meant to be like the root for your chosen LI. Also not taking into account event stories and also the myth stories. I'm using the English voice actor or VA as a guideline. You will realize a number of earlier memories listed in phase 1 is where the VA used his deeper voice before he decided on the current Zayne voice. Later memories in phase 1 up to phase 2 is where he got more nasally and husky, and then phase 3 onward is where he gradually settled into his current Zayne voice. In my opinion, the voice differences only add on to Zayne's persona, even if the VA might not have been intentional about it. We see that Zayne was initially cold and guarded around MC in the beginning, but gradually as their relationship progresses, he gets more tender and loving, and his voice gets softer and more tender and warmer. There are 4 phases that I have identified. Phase 1 is where I call the getting to know you stage, which is where they are getting to know each other. In phase 2, I call it the we are official stage, which is where they have officially got together. Phase 3, I called it the you are my safe space stage, which is the learning curve stage of them being more vulnerable and open to each other. And phase 4 is called the love all of you stage, and it's where Zayne and MC continue to grow, discover, and love new sides of each other. So I hope you enjoy my video series on their relationship progress. These are the memories that we'll be covering in phase 1. A frozen promise, surprise encounter, everlasting snowdrop, glittering lights, tranquil moment, tranquil heart, spring remnants, sweet conspiracy, stacked pulses, gentle twilight, starry nocturne, neon night, delicacy, heartfelt paradise, heartfelt encounter. We start off phase 1, the getting to know you stage, with the Bond story, A Frozen Promise. This is the undisputed starting point for Zayne and MC, who reconnected again 6 months before MC officially begins her career as a hunter. MC is undeniably excited to see her old friend again, whilst Zayne is struggling to keep his feelings in check, which results in amusing awkward moments. Interesting point of this memory is when MC said Grandma's glad Zayne became MC's primary position and that MC is in good hands. But Zayne looks away guiltily, and we know from the main story update that he had unintentionally hurt MC when he was 12. So this guilt is the reason why he initially puts up his guard against MC despite his feelings for her. But he still can't help himself, especially in this scene where he gave her a new snow seal, which I think is a symbolic representation of starting anew, even if it wasn't really Zane's conscious intention. And the next memory after a frozen promise is surprise encounter. Based on the summary of this card, it is likely she has officially met Zane as her doctor for checkup after their unexpected reunion. This is likely the second time she's bumped into him in a casual setting and is at her museum. Zane is quite cold or stoic in this card, while on the other hand, MC seems determined to maintain friendly relations with Zane outside of their doctor-patient relationship because she talks about seeing him again. The next memory to come after surprise encounter is everlasting snowdrop. It is the winter season and MC meets Zane on their way to a ski resort. It is safe to assume due to the change in seasons, MC and Zane have had further interactions after their meeting in surprise encounter. And for the first time, MC establishes that they are buddies. In this memory, Zane is more comfortable in nagging MC despite maintaining his cool persona. But he can't help hiding his concern at seeing MC injured. I place glittering lights next. MC is feeling down as she has to sit out on missions. Zane is quite sarcastic in this card, still maintaining his core persona. But he also said things that show he's very observant about MC, such as knowing when she's pretending to be happy and tells MC she doesn't need to put up a front with him. It's the first time Zane walks MC home and the start of him being indulgent with MC by playing along with her little game. He also finds out she likes latte. And at the end, MC is happy they are getting along so well. Tranquil Moment is up next, and it is still winter season. In this memory, MC brings food to share with Zane. Something seems to have changed in their dynamics since glittering lights. They are now more at ease with each other, to the point they even plan to watch a movie together. Later on, MC goes up to the rooftop first to see the snow, and Zane joins her after answering a call. I find this scene very cute because when MC saw Zane approaching her first instinct was to open her arms to greet him. And he's also instinctively acting like a fussy boyfriend when she talks about how she's not wearing gloves. And then they somehow ended up praising each other's smile, with MC calling Zane's smile like the spring, and Zane saying that MC's smile makes people happy. And I think it is at this point that MC's feelings are starting to bloom, even though she probably didn't realize it yet. And Zane too lets slip his own feelings a little when he talks about not wanting to be alone anymore. The next memory in line is Tranquil Heart, and this is the solar pair to Tranquil Moment. Based on my observation, the 4-star solar cards tend to go hand in hand together. In Tranquil Heart, MC gets a cold but visits the hospital without telling Zane. But of course, he finds out anyway and is upset that she doesn't want to check herself in, even though he denies it. Later on, Zane drives her home and doesn't leave until she waves him off from her window. MC realizes she doesn't like it when she feels like she's let Zane down. But in the end, Zane signs the certificate and MC tries to tease Zane to get back into his good books and asks him not to ignore her. But Zane says that he can't ignore her even if he wants to, and it's probably at this point in time MC realizes there might be something here between him and her. We move on next to Spring Remnants, and spring has arrived. The cutest thing about this memory is how Zane noticed that MC has been visiting the hospital quite often. And it's safe to say that by this card, MC is clearly aware she has a crush on Zayne, which explains her frequent visits. And it's so cute to see how, despite acting as bubbly as ever, her feelings for him are actually quite obvious. And I think Zane can see for himself too, because from here on, he gradually starts to allow himself the possibility of something more with MC. After Spring Remnants, I think Sweet Conspiracy comes next. In this memory, MC bumps into Zane after a mission and he offers his jacket to cover up her blood-stained shirt. What I like about this card is MC is clearly trying to break down Zane's walls even more, but he's still rather resistant to letting her get close to him even if he's aware of her interest in him. Then when MC goes to the hospital to return his jacket, Zane's not in, but it's sweet how she is openly honest to herself now that she wants to see him and decides to wait around. And it's in this card that she finds out about Zane's sweet tooth, and somehow this brought them closer. After Sweet Conspiracy, I decided that Stack Pulses would be the best card to come after it. Stack Pulses is a tricky card to place because it's actually one of the newer 4-star memories that we got late last year. However, the premise is that MC is reminiscing her time with Zane. MC mentioned that she went to Zane's house not long after she became a hunter, and it's her first time at his house. And based on the interactions between Zane and MC in this card, it is safe to say that they are not in a relationship yet. So this is really one of the earlier memories for them. And it's so cute how MC experiences her first bout of jealousy simply because she thought that Zane had played a two-player game with someone else. And this is when we start to see Zane's subtle reasoning. He is truly a master of subtle reasoning because what the heck is that to be staring at MC's face until her ears turn red and then later on getting up close to her face and making her stutter. Some people may disagree with my decision to put Stack Pulses after Sweet Conspiracy, but I find that Stack Pulses is an excellent bridging point between the memories that come before and after Sweet Conspiracy. The memories prior to Sweet Conspiracy, you'll find that Zane has not yet truly opened up to his feelings. But the memories I'm listing after Sweet Conspiracy onwards, you will see that Zane has a change in attitude towards MC whereby he gets more warmer and friendlier. And it's why I place Stack Pulses after Sweet Conspiracy because I find it the best bridging memory where we see Zane's growing feelings towards MC. And so after Stack Pulses, the next memory that makes sense to me to come after it is Gentle Twilight. In this memoria, MC orchestrated to get closer to Zane under the guise of mutual support agreement. I love the subtle flirtation on both their ends so much. It's so fun to see Zane and MC tiptoeing around their feelings. Up next is Starry Nocturne. This memory is one of my favorite 4-star tender moment story from Zane. In this story, MC showed incredible EQ in comforting Zane. MC proves that she can be a rock in Zane's times of need. Despite her tendency to be bubbly, playful, and childlike at times, MC proves that she can be emotionally stable where it matters. And I'm not surprised if Zane falls for MC all over again at this point in time. She's been his precious childhood love, but now he can also say that he loves the woman she's grown up to be. I believe at their parting when Zane talks about seeing the therapist again, they both know for certain what they mean to each other now and it's only a matter of time for them. Next we have Neon Night, which is the solar pair to Starry Nocturne. This is a very cute memory in which MC decides to buy Zane a gift. When the shopkeeper asks who she's buying for, she stumbles slightly on saying that Zane's a friend because to her he's already more than that. And I love how Zane is being subtly jealous. It is so hilarious. And then MC instinctively wants the jasmine brooch. And it's actually Zane's type, but he doesn't want MC to give it to her friend. Hence, why he asks for something unique. And even though the neon night brooch is too loud, Zayne is clearly happy at the thought of it going to MC's friend. But what I like most about this card is this scene here where MC is taking care of the Wanderer problem and Zayne is just supporting in the background, attending to any hurt civilians. This part is the reverse of what happened in Starry Nocturne. MC sees that Zayne is someone she can rely on, someone strong and level-headed in times of crisis and would never leave her behind. And now we have come to the last three cards of Phase 1. They are Delicacy, Heartfelt Paradise, and Heartfelt Encounter. Some might think that Delicacy should come after Heartfelt Encounter, but to me, when I read the cards, it makes more sense in my head that Delicacy comes first. To me, Delicacy is the definitive memory of Phase 1. This is where there is no doubt anymore in their minds and things are about to get serious. In this memory, MC gets mistaken as Zayne's girlfriend by his ex-classmates. But Zayne doesn't correct the assumption and it's on purpose. Because later on, MC asks him why didn't he correct his classmate and he pretends to be clueless. But then at the end, he drops a hint so obvious he's practically laying his heart bare for her to see. And you will see then why Heartfelt Paradise and Heartfelt Encounter can only come after this memory. So Heartfelt Paradise and Heartfelt Encounter are 4-star solar pairs, so their stories go hand in hand, one after the other. In Heartfelt Paradise, MC rushes to the hospital to see Zayne after coming back from her intensive training as she hasn't been able to pick up his calls. And obviously, you don't do something like that if you're only just friends. In a nutshell, this memory is a fun memory where Zayne and MC are hanging out together. Somehow, instead of going for a late supper, MC drags Zayne along to an arcade and Zayne has a bout of subtle jealousy when a young punk wants to partner up with MC for a competition and he proceeds to show off his marksmanship skills. MC and Zayne win the competition and with the tokens they won, they manage to get a plushie. And amidst their banter and stuff, Zayne pulls off a move that makes me squeal out loud. He pinches MC's cheek. And MC blushes so hard. How cute. They are now so aware of each other's feelings to a point where MC braves it out and says she doesn't mind being lulled to sleep even if Zayne reads her research papers and asks if she can call Zayne if she has insomnia. Oh boy, these two, you know what's happening. And we are going to move to the last memory in this Phase 1 before we move on to Phase 2, which is their We Are Official stage. And finally, we have come to the last memory in Phase 1, the Getting to Know You stage. This is Heartfelt Encounter, where MC is not in a good headspace due to work. So Zayne meets up with her and attempts to cheer her up. In this memory, Zayne and MC play hopscotch, and MC gets jealous when Zayne mentions he plays with Sasha. But as it turns out, Sasha is a cat. Then during the last hop to catch up to Zayne, in true drama fashion, MC falls into Zayne's embrace, and then she gets all flustered. They meet up again a few days later with MC pretending she's still in a bad mood and Zayne just go along. They go to the Kitty Cat Cafe and MC says she's really happy to see Zayne again. And this is the kind of sentiment one would express when one is spending time with a crush. And they make their feelings even more obvious to each other by declaring they are each other's favorite kitty. Why so cute, you guys. And that's it for Phase 1. Thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoy it, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. And also maybe share your thoughts if you have any. I'll be back with Phase 2. Bye bye.